Hello, 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 my darlings. Well, we made it to another day. I am so grateful. It's been some kind of day today. I'm very happy to see you. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life. A Slice of Life. Well, I'm minus a tooth again, but I'm glad that tooth is out because, I had all kind of problems. I had the doctor in, I had all kind of medicine, but that tooth needs to come out. It was occurring where I had implants. And so I'm going to look crazy for a while. But you know what? Life goes on. Once you've had cancer 3 times, what do I care about a tooth? Nothing. I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. You know what? I had to go to an Omega today for the Divine Nine. You know what I'm talking about. We had a sister, Sanja Mason, a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Atlanta Alumni Chapter, and also a member of my church, Big Bethel AME Church on Auburn Avenue. And we put Sanja into the land of Omega, your last stop on the Delta Sigma Theta Divine Nine Trail. And so it was hard today. Beautiful woman, smart. She was when I had my first cancer, she was the nurse practitioner. She was everything at Emory. She was head and over everything as a Black woman. I was just so impressed with her knowledge and where she was. And she helped me. This breast cancer was something. It was the first time. It was my first cancer. My second cancer was colon. And then I backed it up with a third one, back-to-back colon. So Sonia, rest in peace. Her beautiful husband preceded her. And they're together in heaven. I know that. I'm glad to see you. We have a book that I talk about for this. I don't know these people. I don't get any money. Super aging. And the reason why I brought this YouTube together is just because of this. I was thinking about it anyway. But when I saw this on GMA3, getting older without getting old, it was just intriguing to me. This is what I talk about. This is what I say. Getting older without getting old. Trying to get your juice going. Trying to get you to not retire and then put yourself in the coffin. Because that's what a lot of people do. And when I came along, that's what you did. Once they said retirement, that was the end of it. Retirement was the end of it. Yesterday, we talked about our democracy. I marched with Dr. King October the 19th, 1960. Go back and look at that video. And then I found this. Love the journey. I don't know how it shows up on your side, but this says love the journey. Of course, I got it in a dollar store, my favorite place to shop. Love the journey. Because this in essence. If you don't have this in your spirit, it's gonna be a rough journey. You gotta love the journey. Too many things happen. Stuff happen every day. People in the streets say the S word happens all the time. And others say stuff happens. Life happens. Love the journey. Because how else you going to be able to take it? How else you going to be able to live with what all goes on? Right now, we got a problem in America. We got a problem. And I don't know what we're going to do about it. I don't have an answer. All I know is what I did. I did what I did. I don't know what to tell you to do. All I know is that I still believe in democracy. I still believe in our flag. I didn't have to go look for a flag. There are flags all over the house. There's one on the front and the back door. When I grew up, you had a flag all the time. I don't understand people who don't have them. And I know the 1619 Project, Hannah she talked about her dad always had a flag. It's a controversy because the flag stands for a lot of things that doesn't happen with Black Americans or with people of color. I understand that, but it's still all I got. When I get my passport, when I'm outside the country, I don't have a one line to get in. That's the United States citizens line. And so they don't say the colored line, the Negro line, the Black line. They say the United States citizen line. So that's all I know. So I'm going to keep me a flag. So let's go on with while we're here. So the new book, The Well-Lived Life by Dr. Gladys McGarry. A 102-year-old woman talking about the well-lived life. And she gave us, our last thing was on juice. Did you find your juice this weekend? It was a long weekend. You know, you had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I hope you found your juice. And I hope you're finding your juice and it's got you going on. Don't you like this? I just love this today. This is how I found you. You knew I found my juice when I got all this on. Now, when I went to Omega, I was blacked down like you're supposed to be. You know, had the dress on, had everything in order. But as soon as I left Omega, girlfriend came home and said, Now, here's the funny part. I love that hat. I love this thing on my head. It didn't always look like this. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. You see, I think this is cute. But this is what it really is. It came loose. See, it's really, I guess if I put all this, I can do it like this. Oh, sooky now. Woo. I'm just gonna be beside myself. I could do it like that. I just made me something. Or I could do it like this. I like that. I like this one. You know? Anyway. This is what I want you to do. I want you to be the same way I am. I'm just playing today, but I want you to play every day. Because you got to what? You got to love the journey. You know, it wasn't a good feeling to see my sister in that casket. Because everybody knows that one day I'm going to be there. Everybody knows one day you're going to be there. So I don't want to see her. I got another one this week, Diane Lachey. Another Delta, another Omega service, another person. We all got to go right where they are. Where they are, we all got to go. You got to love the journey, or you'll spend your time thinking about how to get in that coffin with them. We're not doing that right now. We're not doing that right now. We're going to go on with life. We're going to go on. We're going to pick up the pieces. Some of you all have lost some of your family members and very close people. And one of the things, you know, I'm a Tony Gaskins fan. I'm a Hardly Initiated fan. I'm a Reno fan. I'm a R.C. Blake's fan. And I'm a Kiera 511 fan. Can you see that no tooth up there? I'm just talking. A little thing is sticking out right here that used to be for the implant. And the tooth went up there. I can't put that tooth back up there. I'm just going to let it, I'm done. We'll figure out something. You know, by the way, if you're still working and you got group insurance, you need to get all your teeth done as fast as you can, because group insurance helped me with the breast cancer, because I was still under Delta Airlines, although I had retired early. And so that's a hint. And so with me now, AARP, United Healthcare, doesn't give you much. So I don't know what we're going to do. Right now, we're going to do this show. So I named all the people I like. I listen to more than that, because I listen to Cruise sometimes. But I like to listen to them. They give you so much information from a young perspective. And I bring it to you all. And this is Tony Gaskins. He talked about a comfort zone and a growth zone. I said, you know, Tony, I like that. I'm going to just go ahead and steal that from you. You know, because he's always talking about people stealing stuff and don't give him any credit. This is Tony Gaskins. But I like the theme. And we may have talked about it somewhere in our book and somewhere along the line about a comfort zone and a growth zone. I thought about a comfort zone. You know, our comfort zone, we get used to stuff. This is the way I do it. This is how you do it. You know, we don't want to do it any other way. I've had to learn. Let me tell you something. I've had to learn to do some things differently than I would normally do it. I had to acquiesce. I did. Excuse me, I just don't have my feet right. And I'm tall. My legs, it's real hard on the airplane. I got to start just getting first class seats. Please, lonely, I'm tall. Anyway, your comfort zone. Sometimes you have to get out your comfort zone. You know, just get in your car and go somewhere differently. I know why I like Bruce Wayne McMillan. He retired, and he shares with us all the different places he goes. You know, he'll just go and say, let me try this. I'll try it. He'll say, I'll try it. When the last time you said, I'll try it? Does this look that badly? I keep thinking about it. Anyway, listen, I'm going on anyway. I like the whole idea of coming out your comfort zone. I came out of my comfort zone with my hair. I had to say, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I came out of my comfort zone even with not having my teeth. One time I would be so ashamed to have this conversation. I just, I had to come out of my comfort zone with my age. I had to face reality. You know, I could look all day at some fine F-I-N-E brothers out here. Trust me. F-I-N-E, but I've had some fine brothers. I know some fine brothers. So, and that's not what I need to be doing, And plus, right now, I'm not looking at anybody anyway. I'm happy. But that whole thing about my age group, not your comfort zone would be, I'm not looking at anybody, or I don't need anybody, or I've been there, done that. You're not a silo. You kind of need to sometimes have somebody. What's wrong with that? Don't listen. Don't ask your friends. You might run up on somebody that's been looking at you for years. Might have somebody that went to school with you that's been hoping you would just glance at them so they can get an entree in. It's just your comfort zone. What's your comfort zone? I had to come out of mine on a lot of occasions. You heard me say that I would go out with this person. After you heard me say I would not. I would go out with him because I didn't want anybody to say he's with his auntie. But we have so much fun together. I don't care if they do say he's with his auntie. Well, you think what you want to think. That's coming out of your comfort zone. Going somewhere different to eat like Wayne does. Wayne McMillan goes so many different places. He finds places. I think he should be what those people, a food critic? He should be an alcohol critic. Is there such a thing? Anyway, I have a great idea for alcohol. Oh my God, I'm waiting to do something with somebody. I saw where Dr. Howard Grant said he likes to work in his friend's liquor store. And it made me think about, I want to work there. Because I got a great idea for alcohol, but I need to know something about the alcohol a little more. I can't work there because my daughter is the pastor, Reverend Evelyn Sanders Swafford. Her husband, Reverend Raymond Swafford. You got the whole AME pastor, then you got the mother and the mother-in-law working in a liquor store. But I got my own little thing I want to do. It involves alcohol, but it doesn't involve alcohol. But I got to do the research. Anyway, here we go with coming out your comfort zone. That's coming out my comfort zone, But if I go to another city, they're going to have to find out that I work in a liquor store, because I'm sure going to one, because I need to find out some stuff. I guess you can find it all out on the internet, except you need to talk to people. Anyway, I admire you, Dr. Howard Grant. I do. Morehouse 91. All right. Let's talk about more what Tony Gaskins was talking about. He was talking about the comfort zone. And then he said your growth zone. So you got a comfort zone and a growth zone. What are you doing in your growth zone? You always did it this way. I'm going to do it this way. That's the growth. That's what I'm saying. I always look like this. Look like this. It's called reinventing yourself. This is another Georgian. I told you. You see all these Georgians back here? These are all different growing up Georgians. But there's some Georgians back there that people would know. They'd be like, is that you, Georgian? They say, ooh, is that Georgian? Yes. Reinvent yourself. You know what you ought to do? You ought to be that person you always wanted to be. The one you talk to God about. You know the person you talk to God about? You don't talk to nobody but God about that person. That's the person you ought to be. And you just should not tell anybody. Just evolve into that. And when they see you, they'll be like, is that Jane? Is that Susan? Is that Tamika? Oh my, girl. Oh, is that Jim? Is that John? Is that Tucavius? Whoa. Dwayne, when you start looking like that, I'm telling you, listen. It's a difference between a comfort zone and a growth zone. Okay? Tony Gaskins will tell you that. The growth zone, then you're growing into that person you want to be. You're following the right. Because in the first place, that person is who God already told you to be. If you like me, you've been this other person because that was the proper thing to do. But this is the real Jordan. I was so glad to come to this. I thank all my friends. I thank my students, L. Cornell Pearson and Sean Walker, for saying, you need to be your real self, George, Dr. Thomas. They would call me Dr. Thomas because I taught them. But, and I shared some information. They said, why are you not doing this? And I was like, well, And then I met a third person who just he made me Georgianne. He made me this person. Whenever something come up, I say, oh, no, you made me this person. Don't play. You did this. So the same way with, I call that growth. I call it getting in your growth zone. And my 3 people that helped me get to where I am today, I thank you. I thank you. And I have a different love for all 3 of them. But the one, the one that's one that got that special love, he put the polish on it. You see? And I want you to understand. I want you to understand that my comfort zone was here, but my growth zone is this person. This is who I am. How about your comfort zone, even with your music, and the comfort zone with your personal self? What about comfort zone with your music, books you read? People still read books. They got audio books now, so you can listen to things while you're doing it. How about your comfort zone and your growth zone with your education? Do you have all the degrees you want? I got a special degree I still trying to get. Every time I try to get it, I spent the money. Isn't it terrible? That's not it. I don't have the money because it costs a good amount of money. It's a certificate that I want. I really want it. And you could pay half down and half at the other end. And I've had the half, but this time I'm going to concentrate probably about summer to make sure I have all the money. Just go ahead and pay for it. But I got to pay for it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I need to go ahead and try to get the 4. Whew, it's a lot of money. But when I finish, I'll have that certificate. Ooh, you won't be able to hit me in the butt with an apple. See that? That's all part of the growth. See, that's part of my growth. I think about that part. Now, mind you, we haven't even gotten to the Georgianne that does Broadway. But we haven't gotten to the play. The play's still sitting out there. Don't forget, there's a play out there. I have a museum. I have greeting cards. I have a book. I have music. And then you got Georgianne. All of that, I had to go from my comfort zone to my growth zone. What do you have in your growth zone? I gave you things to do when I met you. When we started this in September, we started in September, I gave you my life, right? We talked about being from Gary, Indiana, and just growing up. Whatever you found in there that was similar to you, I hope you did. And then we switched to 65 and older. But I looked on my analytics and nobody at 65 was listening to me. Maybe somebody at 65 is listening, but most of it was 35-year-olds and 45-year-olds. I'm impressed with me that I'm able to say something that one of them might like, because when you get 35 and 45, you get, you already think you know everything. But I'm glad you want to know how about moving on with life? They're coming out of your comfort zone, getting to your growth zone. A lot of them listen to Hardly Initiated, which I also listen to, because they still need to meet somebody, know somebody, sleep with somebody, all of that. That's all primary. Not knowing that you don't have to do, and you have to look for anybody. My friend would tell you, I told him, you don't look for anybody. See, you all don't believe this. I'm gonna stop for just a minute. The Bible tells you may not like the Bible, whatever it is in your book. A man who finds a woman finds a good thing. When you listen to Hardly Initiated, go back to where they had these 3 gorgeous men on. And these men, were they all Morehouse? All in a fraternity. Different ones. Let me tell you something. Each one of them said they saw the woman. She just walked, and they said, ooh, ooh. All she did was walk by and something happened. Trust me, it happens like that. I know my personal experience. Just when a man decides, and he will work to find you. He will work to see who know you. He will work to see how he can get to know you. A man who finds a woman finds a good thing. You have the man is the hunter. You're not the hunter. Who are you hunting for? Are you ready when he comes? That's the main thing. You need to be busy. Men love busy women. Men, let me say it again for the people in the back. Hey, Reno. Men love busy women. Because you're not out here, when they meet you, you got something to do. When they meet you, you busy, you can't hardly get to them. Men love busy women. They're like, your mind is, you got your own mind. You're doing something with it. You're not sitting waiting. Soon as the man comes in your life, I got him. Child, please. When he comes into your life, your life stays busy until y'all come to something. He said, wait. Could we just, I need some of you. He'll make that decision. Otherwise, you need to be busy. You see? That's all part of what am I talking about here? Part of the growth and the zone you're in. Are you in your comfort zone or are you in your growth zone? I want you to be in your growth zone because Georgiana is definitely in hers. I'm having a ball with my growth zone. I really am. And I want you to have the same ball with me. This is just fabulous. You see the little pen I found? You know where I found this? In a box. See? Okay, I'm going to talk to all you all that have retired. All this kind of stuff is in a box somewhere. You need to just send it to me in my P.O. box. I give you my P.O. box. P.O. Box 11137, Atlanta, Georgia 30314. Because you're not doing anything with them. Because if you did, you have them on. Put the pen on and go to the mailbox. Put the pen on and go to the post office. Put the correct way. Put on the pen. I did go to school. Put on the pen and go somewhere in it. All this was just in a box back here. Lord Jesus, we ain't going to talk about back there. I moved y'all in here for 2024. I moved into another room with a clock that doesn't work, but it's pretty. I got it from a thrift store. With a mirror, I got from the thrift store. The pillow came from the thrift store. The chair I'm sitting in came from the thrift store. Robert Barber, he moved off of Cheshire Bridge. He's over here somewhere by me, over in Southwest. I'm so happy to have him over here nearby. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today. I wanted to talk about your comfort zone as opposed to your growth zone. You should be in your growth zone. When we come back to our book, which tomorrow I'll get to the book, I believe. School starts tomorrow. I teach at Clark Atlanta University, so hopefully we'll get to the book tomorrow. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, All Life Needs to Move is the next section for our book. And that's where we are with a well-lived life. All life needs to move. And it does. But it can move if you know to get out of your comfort zone and do what? Get into your growth zone. And find stuff you got back there. I don't care if it does look like this. Find stuff you got back there. Put it on and enjoy. I love you. And you can't do anything about it. Okay, let's see if this works. Now that my friend got my tablet back, let's see if, do I know what I'm doing? No. Okay. No. All right. No. Okay. Guess what I do know? This always works. I love you. Okay, laugh, right? I gotta laugh, right? I'm so glad the masks are in. People think I'm gonna have a mask on for the contagiousness. I'm having on for no teeth.